Hi, thanks for being here today. Welcome to Medicine Crow Tarot. This will be a general love and relationship reading for Sun, Moon, Rising, and Jupiter. Since it's a general reading, the energies may not apply to everyone, but if this reading resonates with you, I invite you to like and or subscribe. If it doesn't, please don't try to make it fit. Just take what feels right and forget the rest. The energies of this reading may apply to either you or the other person. Also, please keep in mind these are general energies and are not meant to replace your own personal intuitive knowing when it comes to your own life. Okay? Cool. Let's get started with the reading. Hello, water signs. Welcome to Medicine Crow Tarot. We're doing our August reading. This is a love reading for singles for the month of August. Definitely already shuffled the cards quite a bit, but I just want to make sure to shuffle them a little bit more on camera, on screen. Let's get a vibe for what the overall energy of the month is doing. Oh, there's a lot of movement happening right now. Oh, okay. Lost some. Lost some on the floor. There's a lot that wanted to come out, but I wanted to make sure that the dominant one, this is a general reading, and with general readings, there's so many people and so many different things about your lives that we just want to make sure that not picking and choosing, you know. Okay, so we've got the Queen of Swords as the dominant energy. Queen of Swords is definitely no nonsense kind of gal. She's like two parts air energy, one part water, because she does represent the feminine aspect of mature air energy, which is, you know, very just all about awareness, all about truth, thoughts, things like that. And so what's the vibe of this? I feel like this is about knowing. So August is about knowing. It's a seeking month for water signs. That's the energy I'm getting here. Let's see. So whether or not you have someone in mind, or if you're currently trying to, work on a relationship in your singleness, you're wanting to know. All right, so communication energy. You've got the Magician. So this looks like you might have to take the lead on finding out the thing that you want to know. Doesn't necessarily say having a conversation. Certainly that could be one of the aspects of the Magician, since it holds all the elements for all the elements of the tarot. With the Queen of Swords being the dominant energy of the reading, and the Magician being, you know, a support vehicle basically of energy. I do feel like this is one of those things where you're just going to have to take an active role in your learning, in your finding out, and it could manifest as conversation, it could manifest as self-knowledge, learning, reading books, watching videos online, any kind of development, self-development, or this just seems like something very much hands-on type of month that it's going to have to be for you. Okay, let's see what the strength of the position in relationship is this month. Queen of Cups. Interesting. So we have two queen energies here. Could be dealing with a same-sex relationship. But aside from that, we have very much feminine energy, very much being the recipient, being open. I think as water energies primarily, I think that probably comes naturally to you. And so this month does seem to be something that plays right into your strengths. And this is in your strength position, the Queen of Cups. It's definitely water sign energy. Now, one of the things we could observe here is that literally these could be people. It could be you in both aspects, or it could be that somebody's literally dealing with an air sign where your person that you're dealing with right now or the person coming in is going to be an air sign for you. Those are potentials, and I only say that because we have a person card in the very first position as the energy of the month. And so this could be self-work, or this could be literally you're manifesting something, someone in the universe, especially because the magician is surrounded by two people. So it could be that you're literally going to manifest a relationship this month, or it could just be that you're just really working on shoring up your strengths. Definitely this is mature feminine energy, intuitive. It's very intuitive. And she looks very trusting. She looks very very open to whatever it is that you need to manifest this month. And so I think your strength is trusting your intuition this month, that it will guide you into the thing that you're seeking to learn. So if you feel like you need to have a conversation with somebody, you need to have a conversation. If you feel like you need to look into self-help books or watch videos on YouTube or whatever it is that you feel like you should be doing, that's what you should be doing in terms of your love relationship energy for August, okay? And that will be your position of strength. So it's an emphasis on really trusting your intuition. So it could be a potential block for you, a weakness, chink in the armor. Okay, so 10 of Wands. So to me, this feels like voluntarily retaining a burden. So let's see. 10 of Wands energy is very heavy. You can see it in the card. This is really, really wonderful visuals here. I love the artwork that they're using for this card, for this deck, I should say. And this especially, it's clearly someone capable of bearing a heavy burden, but I feel like in this position, this is a voluntary bearing of the burden. And I feel like it's something that could potentially hold you back. So this could be, if it's with someone you're already working with, trying to get something going, this feels like holding too much onto the past. It feels like it doesn't necessarily have to do with you and that person. It could literally just be something about yourself that you can't let go of, whether it's unsuccessful relationships in the past or whether it is something between you and someone else. Wands energy is definitely, our passions and the things that we feel strongly about. It includes all different kinds of energy themes. And so the way it manifests in your life shows up in various ways, especially with this type of general reading, but it's definitely something that potentially you're choosing to hold on to it, which means that you also have the choice to let go of it, right? because this is a position of weakness in this particular spread, right? So in the seeking and learning and the manifesting of love relationship energy this month, be aware not to choose to hold on to anything difficult. Choose to allow yourself to release it. Set down that rock, set down that boulder. Whatever this burdensome energy is that you're carrying, it's time for you to allow yourself to let go of it, right? Trust your intuition. Trust that you are receiving good things coming, all right? Receiving and manifesting. As you do the things to manifest, be open to receive. Like, keep it in mind that you're not just going through the motions. There's something coming, all right? All right, so let's see. What will be the actual reality of the situation? Your love and romance type stuff this August of 2019. There's a lot of stuff wants to come out. I think there's going to be, I think these situations are complicated, right? That's what it feels like this month. It feels like, even if it is between, I mean, it could be you're choosing between two people. It could be a same-sex relationship. It could be that this is both you. There's a lot that could be potentially going on in this month. So don't just apply these energies in one setting. Try to move them around a little bit and see where they fit best. Especially just because the energy just feels like there's a lot that wants to be said, but this is a general reading and it has to be kept, within certain confines to allow the most benefit, especially with the Queen of Cups here. You guys are water signs. This is big time intuitive stuff. And so I feel like with this reading, you guys are being given a lot of leeway to work with your intuition to benefit from this reading this month. So Temperance is in the position of where you're at right now. And this is, I love this card. She's pouring water out on the fire, right? She's standing in the fire and pouring it onto her feet. This is a major arcana card. It does symbolize healing energy, right? It symbolizes transmutation energy. It symbolizes making something work that shouldn't work. And I feel like there is a lot of sexuality actually in this energy here right now. So I feel like perhaps this month there may be some longings to be aware of affecting you. But the overall general vibe I'm getting from this is that it looks worse than it is, it looks harder than it is, but it's important. And apply that how it needs to be applied. So it seems like with the general energy here being you're trying to gain truth, learn something, it seems like the theme of that is going to be some type of healing, a transmutation of energy. That has to do with being better prepared to be in this relationship, right? Letting go of these burdens, transmuting the heavy energy and creating something, more beautiful from it. And I probably should show you this card. The Magician card in this deck is one of my favorite depictions of the Magician. There's so much power being demonstrated right here instead of implied. It's just like showing so much ability to manifest, right? To do the thing that you're seeking to do in the month of August. Yeah, definitely. So because they're both major arcana cards, I do feel a strong connection between how this pursuit is geared towards a healing energy. And this could be a lot of things. It could be simple information that you need to, like a truth, because this is the Queen of Swords. You're seeking for truth. And I feel like there's something you need to know or learn to help you heal, to help you to really, these are more imbalanced, and to really come more on this side than on this side, right? Something that will convince you to let go of this, or I should say facilitate letting it go, because it's not like we always hold on to these burdens, even though they're voluntary. A lot of times there's some type of like key to it, an instigator, or a clue. And this feels like it's one of these types of things that's really going to be important for you. But be aware that it's almost like the desire to heal something needs to be your focus for August. I don't know if that makes sense. It's like the thing you seek is the thing that will bring you success in terms of this truth, this healing truth. All right, let's look and see what this connection is going to be about in the month of August. What's the energy of connection? Ooh, the Tower. So, what's the vibe here? Well, this is clearly, it's a major arcana card again, and now you got 2 in a row here in this position. The imagery is always startling for the Tower. And I don't read reversals, so I'm always open to whatever the interpretation of the energy of the card is based on the position in the reading. Because this is the connection energy, we've got healing here, you've got the Tower here. This could again be sexual type of tension, could be some kind of sexual event, but also it could be that the type of healing you need is going to be something that really is drastic and causes a lot of upheaval in your life or in this relationship. Whatever it is, it's kind of a big tumultuous situation. Magician, Tower here. This does seem like something that you're going to be directly manipulating the energy of. It's weird because the Tower is one of those energies that like it's going to happen or it's not. Like it's going to happen whether you do it or not. But in this case, I honestly feel like these energies are very strong awareness, choice energies, like you're making it happen. So be aware there may be some kind of subconscious things happening that you are manifesting your desires maybe. And there's some potential fallout from it. These things could be bad or they could be good. I'm going to say that because of these 2 cards here, if you're operating from this energy, this is going to lead to something difficult, very difficult for you. And this is holding on to whatever the burdens are, right? Whatever the burdens of your heart and mind are. If you're operating from this when you're manifesting, it's going to be bad. But you have this really strong thing here with 2 queens. This is where the weight lies. Go with your intuition and just check in to make sure you're not here. Intuition is never fearful. Intuition is courageous. It's love. It's knowing. It's very much sword energy as well. It's like this combination of air, water type stuff going on here for you. If you manifest it through this energy, this will be very much the healing, the putting out, the dousing of the fire. I feel like if you come from here, this is literally going to be like jet fuel, and this is going to be a terrible situation for you. So just be aware coming into August that the thing that you're trying to manifest needs to come from the right energy, the correct energy for you. Okay, and in order to move into your future for August, your best future. Okay. Excuse me. Okay, we've got the Knight of Wands. Okay, so again, sexual energy, very much passionate energy. This is kind of cool. I feel like obviously the Knight is the movement card in the tarot. The Knight of Wands is arguably the fastest movement card. It's the impatience card. It's the jump to it, the get her done, the, look before you leap, or not look before you leap, leap before you look kind of energy, right? So I feel like what that's saying is, for you guys this month, hesitation is not necessarily the thing you want. I feel like hesitation for you is probably going to be connected a lot to this energy, this difficult energy. And I'm not saying to be impatient, but I am saying to tap into your passions here. Tap into, it really does sound like I'm telling you to be like sexually active or something. I don't mean it that way, but like, if this card is the driving force, and when I say this, I mean like intuitiveness, love, like, and I don't mean lusts, I mean like if there is a real sense of like divinity in this sexual encounter or sexual energy, then by all means, like, I feel like it's part of your experience for this month. But again, it's in part with this, like, I honestly feel like if you do jump too fast, if you're impatient, and if you are coming from that place of pain, or also this could be like just extreme horniness. Maybe it's been a long time. I'm just saying there's a lot of sexual energy down here. Just be very mindful where you're coming from, because this is literally the kind of thing that could be very, very harmful to the relationship and to you going forward. So don't be afraid of the sexual energy if it's coming from this intuitive place of like, just the higher self, your higher energy. If your higher energy is wanting, and it's a partnership decision, obviously the partnership is almost without saying, but so much happens without that. So if it's partnership decision that's leading to this, I feel like it's going somewhere really good for you. It's almost like taking the relationship from friend zone to now you're dating. However, also, I feel like it can take it from friend zone to very ugly, very bad. So just be aware that there is that dynamic happening this month of August for you, or whenever you read this, that's what's kind of going down there. The important thing that I'm getting is you're going to manifest whichever of these you're resonating in the strongest, whether you're dwelling on past burdens or conversely embracing your higher self, that intuitive sense of knowing that's not from a place of fear, nor is it a place of extreme horniness. I should clarify. It's from a place of that higher divine type love, that place of knowing, which always includes both parties if there's any kind of sexual situation, just to be clear. Excuse me, I'm sorry. Okay, so what's this likely going to look like for you? the highest August type of energy outcome for you? Goodness, there really is just so much. Ooh. Okay, this one's gonna be it. Interesting. Okay, King of Wands. So, literally, this could be a person again. So, like I said, if this goes well, it goes well. This could be your person. King of Wands is someone really fun, really creative, very sexual, a lot of good vibes in this guy. And there's a nice progression here, right? From the Knight to the King. So it's almost saying like, look, if you follow this energy here, you've got some good stuff coming in. I guess the bad side of the King of Wands is there's a lot of selfishness, short-sightedness, someone who's very overly sensual. And so if you go this way, then it's almost like he's looking at, go to jail, do not pass go, do not collect $200 type of energy, right? And they're looking at each other warily, I feel like, maybe not directly, but I feel like there's this energy here of warning. That's kind of the energy I feel from the reading. It's like really there's very much a divergent course of energies happening for the month of August. So just be aware that the outcome could be really good or it could be really bad. I'm really glad to see that this card reading is just super straightforward, like one way or the other way, because I think it will help you discern your course of action. And just by bringing this awareness to you, by saying, hey, there's a possibility you could be doing something that you're either really horny about or coming from a place of pain, like bitterness, burdensomeness, like any of those lower energies will manifest something very bad, very, very bad. You will manifest. I mean, the magician is a manifester, right? So the good news is you're definitely manifesting something really significant in the month of August, right? This is big for you guys. If this resonates with you, it's going to be a big month for you in terms of relationship. But just be very aware that you have a lot of influence. Where are you coming from? And I think you'll know immediately. Like, for those of you who resonate with this reading, it's going to make a lot of sense. And I think you'll be glad that you have the opportunity to avoid something like that. Okay, so let's do a message from the universe. If you believe in God, it's a message from God. It's from the Angels, Gods, and Goddesses deck by Tony Carmine Salerno. I love this deck. I feel like the Oracle messages are always really supportive. So, for the water signs in the month of August, what is the message from the divine? This has been a very energetic reading. Very energetic. And I've been coughing and clearing my throat a lot during this reading, and I have to say that I feel like it does have to do with throat chakra energy. And so what that tells me is communication is going to be big here. This is in the communication spot. You're manifesting to the level that you're willing to communicate about this situation, okay? If this is one of those kinds of things where you guys have been like drinking too much and one thing leads to the other, that to me says you're not communicating, and it's coming from a place of horniness, and it's going to be a tower. okay? I feel like my throat chakra is clearing up immediately as I'm saying this. So it's all about communication, you guys. If this situation comes up, make sure to speak to the other person. I mean, don't do anything awkward or well, actually, it might be even better if it's awkward. It just has to be spoken. If you feel scared to say, hey, you're really attractive and I want to, move into this space with you, in your own words, like we want to do this. I'm just trying to say, you have to communicate this out loud, even if you're afraid. And if it doesn't go where you want it to go, then it's not supposed to, and that's really good. But my feeling is, if you don't communicate, it's probably because you're coming from here and it's going to be very bad. If you do communicate, it's because it's coming from here and it's going to be very good, okay? So let's see what we've got. Angel of self-worth from the universe. You are currently undervaluing yourself. It is time to regain your self-worth. Okay, so my first immediate thought, anytime somebody talks about self-worth, sexual expression is so huge in terms of self-worth. So I'm just gonna say, I feel like this card is totally all coming up in here. Like, if you dial in to your higher self, you're gonna feel your self-worth. You're gonna feel like, of course this is working out this way. Of course they're gonna want to be with you. Of course this could be a successful transition into something new, right? That's a self-abundant, self-worth energy manifesting something beautiful, right? However, if you have low self-worth, it's very hard to feel this resonating. And it's so much easier to feel this level of energy. It's a lower level. Like I said, it could be just extreme horniness, and it causes you to need to have sex. Like maybe you masturbate every day and you have to, like that's the kind of energy that's kind of difficult here with issues of self-worth. And so what it does is it influences decisions and how you can actually manifest in your life. But the truth is, self-worth is kind of like the fluid that comes out of temperance when it comes to the healing energies. Self-worth is kind of like, it's the thing that interprets how you experience the world around you, right? And if it's low, your low vibration can really cause trouble. Okay, so yeah. And it does make sense with the water signs. I feel like there's definitely a lot of emotional complexity that goes along with your worldviews and how you experience your life, right? Clearly sexuality is a big theme this month, and it's clearly connected with feelings of self-worth. So the message from the universe is, you need to work on what is the truth of your self-worth. What is the truth of who you are? You're passionate. You're the Queen of Cups. Like, that's massive energy, right? Connected to the divine, connected to your higher self. That's what you need to do. This star represents that, your higher self, right? And the wings, like movement, the ability to, it's like angelic, godlike power is what it represents, which is what this represents. There's just so much interconnectedness right here. I just say, be aware this month. Work on your self-worth, and when you see these warning signs coming, go this way. Go this way, okay? Yeah, the purple, I feel like it's very clear here. The purple it's the higher chakra center colors. It's saying the key to your self-worth is definitely going to come from God. If you believe in God, it's going to come from your higher self. It's coming from the divine energy. And it's so important this month that you look for self-esteem from within and from above, right? It's so important. I just feel super strong about this, right? That this reading is very much, it's very much a double-edged sword, but I feel like it's just a really strong message. Okay, so that's all I have for now. Thanks for joining Medicine Crow Tarot. Water signs, the month of August 2019. Or whenever you get this, if parts of this message resonated with you, remember that part and discard the rest. Don't try to make it fit. Again, if it resonated with you, please like or subscribe. Feel free to share, although this type of message probably won't want to be shared. Unless you know a water sign that's specifically in this situation. Yeah, thanks again. Bye-bye.